I have some exciting news to share in today's video, and it's coming straight from the UK government. This update is relevant for all migrants in the UK, whether you're on a study, work, or dependent visa, including children. The government has just made a positive announcement that could impact many, and we'll dive into the details shortly, so stay tuned. Earlier, the government revealed that they are transitioning from physical biometric residence permits BRPs to a visas. As a result, everyone affected has been encouraged to make the switch to a visas. However, there have been mixed experiences. While some people have successfully transitioned, others have faced challenges. There was also confusion about whether children needed to switch as well, leading to a lot of anxiety among families worried about being unable to remain in the UK. This situation was highlighted by The Guardian earlier this month. Many individuals have struggled to access their visas, which are necessary to prove their right to live and work in the UK. The Home Office has acknowledged that numerous people with valid rights to stay in the UK are having trouble obtaining their visas, raising concerns from human rights advocates. They warned that these issues could potentially affect hundreds of thousands of individuals on long-term visas. Those impacted are legally allowed to be in the UK but are unable to demonstrate their right to work or rent housing, which has sparked significant concern about the government's handling of the visa transition. The situation has become quite serious, leading many people to feel anxious about leaving the UK, even those who have already booked flights for 2025. There's a growing concern that if they leave without transitioning to any visa, they might not be able to return, especially since many BRPs will expire on December 31, 2024. According to The Guardian, a significant number of migrants have struggled to obtain visas despite being eligible. Hundreds of thousands are currently on a specific Home Office visa known as the 10-year route, which requires them to pay hefty fees for renewals. Many individuals on this route are people of color with low incomes, and they face delays of about a year for visa renewals. While they are granted 3 sick leave periods during this time, allowing them to work or rent, those who have applied for visas while waiting for their renewals often encounter issues. When they attempt to access their application online, they see a message indicating that their visa status cannot be displayed, suggesting it may not be ready for viewing yet. Many have shared their frustrations about this process, and some have faced similar challenges while trying to switch. The Home Office has acknowledged these difficulties and has been attentive to the concerns of those unsure about switching their children's visas or facing other related issues. Recently, they announced that visa holders should transition to any visa.
Today's Home Office statistics reveal that more than 3 million individuals have transitioned from traditional immigration documents to e-visas. This shift is a crucial part of the government's initiative to create a more efficient digital border and immigration service, replacing physical documents with digital proof of immigration status. With less than a month remaining until the expiration of most biometric resident permits and cards on December 31, 2024. This data indicates a significant increase in the adoption of e-visas among those who previously relied on physical documents to verify their immigration rights in the UK. To facilitate a smooth transition to e-visas, airlines and other carriers will accept biometric resident permits and EU settlement scheme documents expiring on December 31, 2024, or later as valid proof of permission to travel to the UK provisionally until March 31, 2025. This policy will be monitored closely. This extension to March 31, 2025 is indeed positive news, as it gives you additional time to switch to your e-visas. Now, you have answers to some of the questions you've been asking directly from the Home Office. My research has shown that when new rules or changes are announced, people often have questions and concerns. The Home Office typically responds to these inquiries, demonstrating that they are attentive to public feedback. The Minister for Migration and Citizenship has expressed encouragement over the fact that over 3.1 million people have already taken steps to access their e-visas, enjoying the convenience and security they offer. For those who have yet to make the switch, a variety of guidance is available to assist you. I have been gathering insights from visa holders, stakeholders, and MPS, and we are consistently working to make this transition as smooth as possible. This shows that they do listen and are making efforts to address concerns. The last video I shared about positive developments for care workers came about because the Home Office and the government took the time to listen to the voices of migrants. While we may not always get everything we desire, it's reassuring to know that our concerns are acknowledged. Ultimately, they will make their own choices about what actions to take, but the important thing is that they are listening. This is a reminder that speaking out is crucial. They have recognized the challenges faced by care workers. Just think about it. Arriving in the UK and, through no fault of your own, your employer loses their sponsorship license, leaving you in a difficult position. You might receive a letter or an email stating that your employer's sponsorship has been revoked, giving you just 60 days to find a new job or leave the country. It's as if finding a new job is a simple task, but in reality, it's not that easy for most people. Only a fortunate few manage to secure new employment quickly.
Fortunately, there has been a shift in how these situations are handled. Many unions and individuals voiced their concerns about the previous approach being unfair, and it seems that their feedback has led to change. Now, if your sponsor license is revoked, you won't have to leave the UK immediately. Instead, support will be provided until you find another job. This recent change means that people are no longer receiving those 60-day notices, which is a positive development. The much-feared 60-day mail is relevant here as well. I recall when the new rules and changes were announced, there was quite a bit of confusion and panic among everyone. It was a lot to take in. They later released a detailed statement that broke down all the new regulations and their implications. They provided various scenarios to clarify how these rules would affect different visa types and what was expected from each one. It became clear that the government is listening, and as migrants in the UK, we shouldn't hesitate to voice our questions and genuine concerns. We are legal migrants, contributing to society by working and paying taxes, so it's important to seek clarity rather than just accept everything without question. On a positive note, I'm happy to share that there's now greater flexibility for carriers accepting expired documents, which will help those traveling internationally without compromising border security. If you have plans for a trip in early 2025, you can do so without worrying about being barred from entering the UK, as there's a grace period in place. The government is dedicated to making the transition to e-visas as smooth as possible for all status holders. The Home Office has already implemented changes to enhance the process for customers and address issues as they come up. This includes simplifying the procedures for those with legacy paper documents, increasing the availability of support services, and allowing carriers like airlines to verify travel permissions. It's a great time to consider switching to any visa before the year wraps up, as it allows you to fully enjoy the benefits that come with it. Many individuals, including those with EU settlement scheme status, have already made the switch. This also applies to parents or guardians of children who hold a biometric residence permit (BRP). It's important to take action for your child's transition as well. The government has addressed some of the questions and concerns regarding e-visas, confirming that the process is free and simple. An e-visa provides enhanced convenience, as it cannot be lost, stolen, or tampered with, and it enables holders to quickly and securely demonstrate their immigration rights. Importantly, switching will not affect or revoke anyone's current immigration rights or status. I wanted to share this update with you all. It's nice to have some positive news during this time, no matter how small. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.